Hello, welcome back. Today I'm doing a reading for June 20th until June 26th, 2021. This will be for Sun, Moon, or Rising signs in Leo, should you cross watch. And this is a general reading, so it might not resonate for you, which is absolutely okay. Take the things that are for you, leave the rest behind today, and let's focus on getting into your higher vibes. Thank you for sharing your time with me. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I do hope you will choose to subscribe. If today's reading resonates for you on any level, please do leave me a thumbs up and any comments or questions you might have down below. I so love hearing from you, so please never be shy. I always try to get back. Let's see what's going on for Leo this week. Okay, overall energy for you this week, Leo, is the Empress card. What are you working on right now? Where are your priorities? What are you trying to get out into the world and advance? Looks like we've got some stuff going on, still in the early stages though. I think in the recent past we have Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So Leo, the energy really here for you is kind of making that decision to tread your feet into the water on something that you really feel is the right thing for you. It feels like exactly where you're supposed to be, like the perfect opportunity, but you're not diving in. You're just testing the water, putting that toe in, putting feelers out, reaching out to your, network of people, your friends, your family, seeing what they think about it. It's a very tentative step in the direction of trying to gain some independence for yourself in how you are earning your income, which is interesting for Leo to do this in a bit more of a reserved way. But I think you're not entirely sure that it's exactly what you want. It feels like it would be a dream, but you're not sure if it could be a reality. So we're just testing those waters. In present energy, Leo, we have King of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Three of Wands. I really do like this energy, especially if we are at the beginning of venturing into something new. Leo, there is a feeling here of head versus heart. And how much do I lead with each one? And I think for you, you're trying to really lead with logic, with a mindfulness in, business and communication and money, like really trying to be very deliberate in all of your actions, very focused, very business-like, but you're still trying to make sure you're infusing some of your love and passion and excitement and creativity into what you're doing, just not to the same degree. So we're seeing you here in present energy. Now my feet are kind of, getting wet, my toes are getting wet. And now I'm going to start to do some more concrete planning, some more concrete organizing, and really try to hit on all of the targets I think I'm going to need, both sort of academically or cerebrally, and also, to make sure that I'm doing something that is still aligned with my values, still aligned with what I care about. I do think this is all going to work out for you here. It's just like this slow and tentative nature. I feel truly you're probably a Leo who has some really grounded earth energy in your chart, Capricorn or Virgo most especially, just with this sort of tepid tiptoeing into things. In future energy here, Leo, the Sun, which is your card in the deck, one of your cards in the deck, the Hermit card, and the Six of Pentacles. So again, we're not rushing into things, but the more that we do, the more we see what could become. So if I started to actually invest myself a bit more, I would get a lot more out of it. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to earn more. I'm going to see more success. So there is still this energy of checking back out, checking in with self, referring to this list that I've made of all of the checkpoints that I want to hit, making sure I'm staying in line with my values, making sure I'm staying in line with my capabilities and business savvy and whatever else. But then, just reinvesting. I really like this because you're just taking these kind of deliberate steps and then stepping back to check in with yourself. Okay, where can I invest more? Where am I investing too much? And then you move ahead again. So, whatever this is you're working on obviously is something that you care about finding success in, which I think is why you're handling it very delicately. We'll do some clarifying, see what else we can learn here for you. I'll start with this Empress card. Six of Emotions, Knight of Materials, and the Four of Voices. So very possibly this is something that you tried to get going before, or something that you've been considering doing for a very long time, but didn't really fully take all the actions. It was more like you were visualizing how it would come together. You were doing kind of mental preparation, imagining yourself in this place where this project would work out, but I never took action on it. But it's one of those things that you're feeling, I think, is a bit of a regret. I've been thinking about doing this for so long. I've been talking about doing this for so long, but I haven't actually taken any action. It's all just been up here. And so now we're seeing you starting to take that action. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles in the recent past here for you. Ace of Emotions, the Death card, and the Five of Voices. Yeah, looking for a new start here, Leo. I think you're feeling kind of stuck in a rut where you are presently, what you're doing for work. It doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel like it's aligned with your core value system. Maybe you're working for a company that's like, you don't mind the work, but you don't feel like personally invested in what's going on there. And you want to change that cycle up. You're no longer interested in doing work that doesn't really speak to your moral compass, doesn't really speak to your values in this world. So we're trying to flip the script here and getting started on this new thing that is more aligned with you and with what you care about. We'll look at this Knight of Cups here in the present energy as well. Two of Voices, Temperance card, and the Six of Materials coming up again. Yeah, you're taking things really slowly. I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but there's an element of patience here, Leo, that you're exhibiting, where you're reminding yourself not to go too fast, reminding yourself to check back in. Is this aligned with my values? And I love that you're doing that, especially as it seems you're coming out of a role that didn't feel aligned with your values, or you're still maybe working in it and doing this on the side. Obviously, we're just, tiptoeing in. So it's obviously very important to you that you continue to check in with yourself, continue to invest in the places that are speaking to your highest self, is speaking to your moral ground, and all of that. It's really nice energy, actually. But again, very slow. There's no rushing going on here. There's none of that intense sort of fiery drive to move things forward as quickly as possible. We'll take a look down here at the Sun card, because obviously, that's very much your energy. The Devil, the Ten of Materials, and the Justice card. Leo, where do you sell yourself short usually? Where, when you're working towards something or trying something new, do you end up selling yourself short? Because I think the energy I'm really getting here is when it comes to considering long-term things, like getting yourself into alignment with a job that could become your career, with a project that could become your life's work. You don't get maybe the fair outcome because you sell yourself short. You don't let yourself go all the way. Maybe you're somebody who is kind of timid. You carry a lot of fear of failure in you. I know ego can be a bit of an issue for Leo. So, in an effort to protect your ego, in an effort to protect yourself, maybe you don't let yourself just let loose and go all the way and just really try, because that fear of failure is too crippling. So it's difficult to really get on that path we want to, because we're so scared that we might stumble. So that is something that you need to be conscious of here, Leo. And something that in this time that you're taking out to check back in with yourself, make sure you're holding yourself accountable. Am I getting in my own way? Am I self-sabotaging? Is the reason this won't work out because of me, or because I gave it my all and forces outside of my control just didn't let it get off the ground? We'll take one last message here for you, Leo, before I wrap this up. Woo! Party. All right, Eight of Wands, Five of Swords and the Death card coming up again. To get this new start here, Leo, you're going to have to overcome some of your self-talk. I think that is probably why we're going really slow. I do really get this fear of failure, fear of ego bruising. Even though you have lots of ideas, you have lots of enthusiasm, that's very obvious, but you're battling with yourself. You're gaslighting yourself. You're saying, you know, Leo, you can't do this because you're not the one to do this because, and you're selling yourself short. So to break that cycle and really get what you want here, Leo, we have to learn how to tackle that negative self-talk. We have to learn to replace that with inspired self-talk, and really just, you know, allow the momentum to build. I do think it's positive that you are moving slowly and steadily in this, but don't be too cautious. If you really want this and you're starting to see some traction, then, you know, don't be afraid to invest in it. I hope this is helpful to you. If it was, leave a thumbs up, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you back here next week.